why we leave a little bit of room in the harnesses. Okay. Helmets. We'll do that bit next. These are nice quick bits. A helmet is not to stop you from landing on your head. Okay, if you fall and you land on your head from anything, this is never going to protect you. But you won't fall. We have a whole safety system that stops you from falling. This helmet is to stop things falling on your head. Okay? So you're safe. You're not going to fall, but other things still might. Okay, so if you have, I don't know, a chipmunk or a rock or a stone or a person or whatever falls off the rock face, this is what's going to protect you from it. So when we're wearing a helmet, we wear it right on top of our heads. It's going to be nice far forwards on the front. Should you, for some reason, sneeze and let go of everything and sort of swing into the rock face, this is what stops you breaking your nose. Okay? It protects your head and it stops anything from falling on you. If someone shouts rock, and just to let you know, all those things, falling, chipmunks, stones, rocks, trees, goats, whatever, you shout rock. Okay? Otherwise, we'd have to shout every different word. Here we go. What? Goat, really? So we shout rock. If someone shouts rock, put your head down, put your hands behind your head. The only person this doesn't apply to is Dan here, who just puts his head down and keeps hold of the rope to make sure you don't go anywhere. Okay? So someone shouts rock, like this. For God's sake, don't look up, or you will end up with summer teeth. If anyone's not heard this joke before, summer teeth is where you have some teeth left in your mouth and some on the floor. Okay, we'll also be throwing ropes up and down. If you hear someone shout rope, try and be out of the way of where they're going to fall, but don't look up. Just keep your hands down. We need to throw them up and down because obviously we've got to push you all up and down this rock face quite fast. Alright. That brings us on to the last bit, the most important bit really, the way we set up our safety. Up here we've got these trees. They're not going anywhere, these trees. They're safe, they're wonderful, they're great. You can hang anything off them. And the first tree is backed up by a second tree and they're held together by a steel cable that can hold 40,000 pounds. Okay? So regardless how much you think you've eaten or drunk this weekend, we're pretty much okay. Then after that we have something called a static spin. It's sort of the opposite of a pulley. Okay? And what happens is the rope runs through that, and every time our rope goes through a 90-degree bend or more, it halves the amount of weight that you can feel on the other end of the rope. So what we have is we have a static up there, and you're clipped into one end of the rope and tied into the bottom. It runs up through to a static. We'll call you a static for now. You hold that. Pretend to be a static wheel. Good impersonation. That's good. And then we've got our climber over there, which is Dan, who doesn't really need a rope. He's only climbing. And if we can get a belay device. Did you get a belay device for me?
No.